Now, there's one man that celebrities turn to when they've been nicked for speeding. He's a lawyer with a 100% record of getting people off the hook. He agreed to let us spend a day with him so we could find out some of his secrets. Nick Freeman is the hugely successful defence lawyer who has represented the rich and famous, getting them cleared of motoring offences where they could have been banned or even sent to prison. He came to prominence representing paparazzi chase David Beckham and soon after defended fellow footballer Lee Bowyer. He's been tagged as Mr. Loophole, using gaps in the justice system or mistakes by police to help win his cases. We've been given unprecedented access to his daily life, so we can find out a bit more about the man himself and the way he works. We were immediately encouraged to hear, like the rest of us, he loves cars.
Being enthusiastic about cars helps my work in the sense that when I'm doing a speeding case, or you understand braking distances, you understand acceleration, you immediately have a knowledge. I mean, I look at car magazines all the time, so you pick up snippets there, but it's just understanding the performance of cars and how they operate and the braking systems. It's all very useful because often you're against the prosecutor and they really haven't got a clue about cars, and I find that must be a huge disadvantage for them.
Every day Nick is in a different part of the country dealing with a new case. We caught up with him in Manchester as he headed for court to defend a client facing a charge that could see him banned from driving for 3 years.
Well, I've got a drink driving trial today. The case is listed for trial, and it's an allegation involving a car accident, and the defendant refused to provide a specimen of breath and refused to cooperate at the police station.
The police believe Nick's client was driving drunk at the time of the accident, but as Nick pointed out, they can't prove it. So instead, the defendant faces the lesser charge of failing to provide a specimen. However, that could still result in a ban, particularly as he's been down this road before.
His situation is aggravated by virtue of the fact that he has a previous conviction within the relevant 10-year period for doing exactly the same thing, which isn't going to help him at all. If he comes out of this with a 6-month ban, he's done exceptionally well, and we take that now.
Now it's down to Nick to work his magic and try and get the ban for as short a time as possible. We waited outside for the verdict.
The magistrates found special reasons, which meant that there was no endorsement, no disqualification, and we were awarded costs out of central funds in relation to all the other allegations, which were dismissed today. So really a very good result.
Extremely delighted with the result, and obviously also very thankful to Mr. Freeman for all the time and effort in preparing the case for me today.
Good luck.
From staring down the barrel of a certain ban, 90 minutes of Nick Freeman negotiations have got the defendant cleared and even managed to get his costs paid. So what is it that makes him so good?
What I do is I try and acquaint myself with the law and use it to assist my clients in getting acquittals. That coupled, of course, with advocacy, and sometimes police officers aren't always that truthful. Sometimes they are, but if they're not, I like to think that we will discover that in court.
Ronnie O'Sullivan faces up to 6 years in jail if proved guilty, but today it was the behaviour of a magistrate that caused controversy. Nick Freeman, for the defence, asked William Ralston, the chair of the magistrates, "Did I just see you wink at the press?" "No," said Mr. Ralston. Mr. Freeman said, "I distinctly saw you, sir." Mr. Ralston replied, "Why would I wink at anyone? Do you think I'm gay or something?"
And of course, at the retrial, with Mr. Freeman on his side, you can probably guess the verdict. Ronnie was proved not guilty.